Hello everyone. What I'm about to say might sound surprising, but here we go. I've been living in China for almost 10 years, all of which here in Beijing, and I have never, ever been to the Forbidden City. I can hear the gasps, I can hear the sighs. Yes, it is crazy given how famous and important this place is, but hear me out. Let me make my case. I am on my way there right now. It is a beautiful day. The temperatures are going up and it's clear blue skies. So today is worth a bit of exploration. The Forbidden City used to be home to 24 emperors during the Ming and Qing dynasty, the last two dynasties in China, and the seat of absolute power for around 500 years. Common people were not allowed to enter the imperial palace, but today it is a piece of living history sitting at the heart of Beijing and the place to visit when in town. This is the northern part of the Forbidden City. You could see the moat, the water. This has been dug specifically for defense purposes. And then in the far back, you see the walls. These are 10-meter long walls. So it is forbidden for anyone uninvited to come in. We have couples coming and taking their wedding photos here. This is how important the Forbidden City is. If you want to commemorate your love, might as well just do it in an iconic place, a landmark in the city. Gongxi, gongxi! So here's my story with the Forbidden City. I first saw the inside of this imperial palace in a movie, The Karate Kid. It's about this kid who comes from the US to China because his mom is taking a job here in Beijing, and he develops this relationship with Jackie Chan, who teaches him life lessons through karate. There was the scene in the movie where two big gates open to an empty court and the kids rush into this space where there are temples with golden roofs and red walls, and it was just a majestic view. And that was my first brush with the Forbidden City. And then when I came to Beijing, my younger, naive self was like, don't go to touristy places, don't go to scenic spots, go where the locals go. And so I was like, okay, let's not go, let's keep it for later. And then later never came. We're just getting close to the northern gate. And if you notice, I'm not going in because my story with the Forbidden City did not finish yet. So even though at the beginning I didn't want to come here because I wanted to immerse myself in Beijing like a local, I later on discovered a place related to the Forbidden City that never made me want to come to the Forbidden City because I was so flabbergasted by it. And today we are going there. Just got my ticket and we're going in right now. I am taking you to Jingshan Park, and you'll see exactly why in just a few minutes. Jingshan Park is technically part of the Forbidden City. It was actually built before the Forbidden City was built during the Yuan dynasty. And when the imperial palace, this grand, amazing place, was built in the Ming dynasty, which is the 15th century, it sort of absorbed this park into its premises until the 1900s. And that's when part of the northern part of the Forbidden City was demolished, and then the Jingshan Park became a separate entity. But emperors used to come here for horseback riding, for hunting, and for worshiping their ancestors and praying for good luck. But I'm not here for any of that. I'm here to sweat it out today with some good old hiking. 上山入口。上山路口。对，说的还真好。对。 你爬山了吗？
下来了。
对啊，是吗？环境怎么样？好，
去吧。
好，我去。Okay, she encouraged me to go 230 meters that way. This is actually an artificial hill. It was built from all the dirt and debris and rubble that came out when they dig out the moat as a defense system for the Forbidden City. So they took all that ground, all that soil, and then dumped it right here to make this mini mountain, which we will be climbing today. At the end is going to be the show-stopping event of today. This is the entrance, and this is where the slope starts. Let's do this. It's a walk in nature. Beautiful. 你好，小朋友. She's wearing a pretty dress. This is the real beginning of the slope. That one before was just a warm-up. Now let's do it. Okay, we're reaching our first...
Hello?
你好. We are reaching our first stop. It's a good time for me to take a breath before we continue our ascent. And there's a lovely, lovely pagoda right here. So you can have rest with a view. We've reached another level. Taking a deep breath before continuing the trek. And this is exactly the reason why I don't go to the Forbidden City, because I get to see it from here. Look at this. This is why people come to Jisheng Park, to see the Forbidden City in all of its glory, in all of its might, to see exactly how vast it is. I'm sure that for those who've been to the Forbidden City, they have this wonderful experience of, you know, walking where emperors have walked, the same ground. But my theory is that when you go inside the Forbidden City, you won't really understand or fathom just how big it is. It is 900 meters in length, a little over than that, and then over 700 meters in width. And so it is a city within a city. But I feel like when you're inside, your eyes will not be able to discern just how big and gigantic it is. But from here, it's a different perspective. And when you look at things from a different perspective, you see something different. And this is why I love this place. Guess where I'm standing right now? This is the center of Beijing. This very specific point is the center of Beijing, according to this sign. It is right here. This is it. Center of Beijing. 你好。
你好，你也说，你说
要不来，
你说
来，
你说你
说
好，你
hello
打招呼，你说
你好。这个地方你喜欢吗？你喜欢？是你第一次来这里吗？
说话，
是的。
你说我是山西的，
你来这里做
你说
旅游
我是山西的，我来这里旅游，能说了吧？
是吗？你喜欢北京吗？你去过故宫吗？没去过。
在这上面看。
对，我也觉得这儿比故宫里面更好。对，因为你可以看环境。
对，里面转一天都转不出来。
对，
这里一下就看出来了。
对，我也觉得是这样。
我说拜拜，我的拜。
拜拜。谢谢你，拜拜。I just made a new friend right here at the center of Beijing. I feel so lucky. I will show you in a bit that this is a 360 degrees platform where not only is the Forbidden City visible, but the whole of Beijing is visible. So you see a lot of other landmarks around here. So you see that egg-shaped structure that is the National Theater for Performing Arts. You see behind, that's Hohai. The far back, you have the drum tower. Do you see that little thingy? This is the Olympic Forest. This is one of their iconic buildings right there. It is shaped like a lotus, or at least that's what I think. And more importantly, Beijing's skyline. This is the central business district of Beijing, the CBD. It's called Guomao. And then you see all the tall buildings, all the skyscrapers. So Jinshan Park is a park with a purpose. As I said, this hill was built with the debris from the moat behind me. And that was for a very specific reason. It wasn't just a thing of chance or a coincidence. In feng shui, if a house is back-facing a hill, then it is a protected house. There's good luck showering that house and its inhabitants. And I think this is what they were going for with the Forbidden City. It is a major palace. I mean, this is where the emperor used to live. So every bit of protection was needed. Every bit of support was needed. And hence, when they decided to dig this defense, highly likely they were like, well, why don't we just dump it and create a mountain? And that's how we would be protected according to feng shui principles. And so I thought this was a fascinating bit of history about this park, which made me appreciate it a lot more, because had it not been for this mini mountain, we wouldn't be here. This video would never existed. Okay, we're down from the mountain and I immediately heard this whirring sound, and it's coming from here. That's where the sound is coming from. It sounds like a spaceship has come. 这个叫什么名字？公主。这公主。对。这个好玩吗？好玩。我可以试一下。可以。真的吗？一学就会。哦 ，OK。一圈儿。好。两圈儿。两圈儿 ，OK。你看，这样提起来了吧？这样，你看，这样往上一提，这就转起来了。然后呢？然后这就转起来了，就是。Okay, this one has to be tight, and then this one has to be relaxed. 它要转，一松它要转，让它转。哎，对。这个不行，为什么你可以我不可以？为什么？因为我是05年，你是22年。对。Mr. Lee here was really kind and really generous in his teachings. And like, this is what I like about parks here in Beijing, is that you never know what to expect. A trip to the park is never the same, even if you're coming to the same park. And even more so, this is something that I haven't seen a lot of elderly doing. I mean, I've been to different parks, and I think that's another thing about parks here, is that every park has its own crowd, and every crowd brings something different to the table. I've seen other elderly in Tiantan Park, Temple of Heaven, going there in the morning for a lot of like ya tueying, tea tueying, a lot of people I've seen doing splits. And then you have the Qinfeng Park, which is in Guomao. That is known for its runners. This is super beautiful. I'll wait until she makes a mistake and then step in, ask her if she can teach me. Oh! Clapping. love it. I love it. This was unexpected. I came here for one thing and then I ended up for something totally different. So this is the end of the day and my visit to Jinshan Park. It has been a wonderful experience, action-packed, knowledge-packed, and a lot of great views over the Forbidden City. I hope you guys now understand why I choose to come here whenever I need my fix of Imperial China. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. I will see you in the next one. 再见.